Hey everyone, welcome back to our Heritage Group channel. My name is G, and today we're featuring a special car. This is a Wolf in Wolf's Clothing, a 2016 Mercedes-Benz AMG GT S. This specific one is finished in selenite gray magno. It's a matte paint job and it looks fantastic on the car. It makes it so much more aggressive and mean looking. And this car here is a two-owner car. The current owner actually purchased this car in 2019 and has been having a blast with it. Right now the car has a little under 15,000 miles on it, which is crazy low for a 2016, especially AMG GT S. I mean, these cars, once you get in, you just want to drive and you can't stop driving it. So I was pleasantly surprised to see the mileage, and the car is in great condition too. So starting with the exterior, like I said, it is a selenite magno paint job. The wheels on the car are the original AMG wheels. And as you can see behind the wheels, you have these massive carbon ceramic brakes. These things stop the car on a dime. You literally just have to touch the brake pedal and you're at a dead stop. Otherwise, you can see it has some beautiful carbon accents. Walking over to the front splitter over here, to the side view mirrors, the fins on the fenders with the bi-turbo V8 badge, as well as the rear diffuser on the car. This car is definitely an attention-grabbing car, and like I said, it is a wolf in wolf's clothing. It drives exactly how it looks, how you would expect it to drive. It's definitely a pleasure to own. And this one here is currently up for sale at auction, so if you're interested, make sure to place your bids, and if you have any questions, let us know. As far as the body, the paint condition, it's in great shape. There's only some minor scratches under the front bumper on the passenger side. Otherwise, everything is in place. This is a clean title. It has never been in an accident and has always been maintained at the dealership. And it also had a new pair of rear tires installed recently. Looking over the roof of the car, you could see that it has the panoramic roof, glass roof. It does not open or anything, but it is beautiful to stare out of, well, especially if you're driving at night. See the stars from above, get a little moonlight in the car. With the white and black interior, it just makes it look gorgeous. So enough of the exterior, let's hop inside and see how it is on the interior. So the interior on this car is very unique. I love the white and black accents. It's something that you don't really see. It's usually with these cars, it's red interior or black interior. So this definitely gives it a higher end, more upscale look, more professional look, like a businessman's car. And this car really does mean business. So moving on to the inside, you'll see that along the door handles over here, you have the carbon fiber accents, as well as Alcantara wrapped steering wheel, which feels fantastic in your hands. The carbon fiber center trim in the console, and raised AMG emblem on the armrest just finishes it off. You have your bucket seats. These seats really hug you tight and hold you in place when you're at speed. And they're really comfortable when you're just cruising through traffic too. It's not backbreaking, and it's something that you want to keep driving. You have your power modes and suspension modes to control, from comfort to Sport Plus, and to race. Those automatically adjust the suspension for you when you throw it in those modes, but you could individually adjust them to your needs as well. And my favorite button on this car is the exhaust button that opens up the exhaust valves, because this thing just sounds so mean and aggressive. The only thing that does need attention on the interior is the front driver's seat. This driver's seat does not go forward or backwards or recline, so it's stuck in this position. I myself am 6 feet tall. It's perfect seating position for me, but I'm pretty sure it's something easy to remedy. And when it comes to other electronics, from windows, AC, heater, and everything else, all other electronics function properly as they should. It's only the driver's seat. So let's see what this car is hiding under the hood. So under the hood of this car, you have the notorious 4-liter twin-turbo AMG engine. This engine is very torquey, it's powerful, it's quick, and it does the job very, very well. These engines actually came in the 2020 Aston Martin Vantages too. We recently had the pleasure of selling one, and I could tell you off the bat that although it has the same engine, it is a completely different car, and I much prefer these AMG GTSs over the Vantages. It just feels a lot more well put together, a lot more stable, and a lot more fun to drive. This car does have a little over 500 horsepower, and when you step on it, you better be holding on tight, because once the turbo starts spooling up, it really puts you back into the seat and makes you appreciate the reason why you bought this car to begin with. So enough talking, let's take this car on a drive and see what it actually can do. Alright, so let's get into the best part of the video. How does this AMG GT S drive? This isn't one of those cars that's a wolf in sheep's clothing. This is a beast in beast mode. You know, this is a wolf in wolf's clothing. It doesn't get any more clear than this. The car, when you're driving around town, when you're just cruising, we have it in comfort mode right now. The suspension is really soft. It's a joyful drive, actually. It feels like a bigger body Mercedes just because of the long hood and the weight of the car. And whenever you step your foot down on the gas, it makes sure you don't forget that it's not just any luxurious Mercedes. This is one of their top of the line models, you know. When it comes to the steering responsiveness, this thing is crazy responsive. A little bit of input into the steering wheel and you're almost doing 360s. Again, this is in comfort mode, you know, so the steering wheel is in the soft setting. The gas and everything isn't as responsive, and it's just a cruiser in this mode, you know. So this is the mode that you want to keep it in when you want to just drive around town, have fun, you know, go from A to B, and just look good while you're doing it, and know that you have the potential and the power there if need be, which is fantastic, you know. And then if you get a little bit more edgy, you can throw this into sport mode, and sport mode stiffens up the suspension just a little bit, makes the throttle response a little bit sharper, steering wheel a little bit tighter, and it makes the car come alive a little bit more. I would say like a quarter, 25-30% more than it is in comfort mode. And if you magically end up on a mountain, back road, windy, twisty, turny road, just like we are right now, magically, you can throw this into Sport Plus mode. That deepens the growl of the exhaust sound. It stiffens up the suspension to its maximum setting, and now it feels like you're driving an AMG. On top of all of that, you can throw this into race mode, and that changes everything. Obviously, I don't recommend doing this unless if you're somewhere safe that you can actually enjoy the car, because it's really torquey, it has a lot of power, it's fast, and it'll get up to speed no problem. So you just have to make sure you're the right driver for that. Otherwise, it automatically puts it into manual mode, and when you slow down in speed, once it gets below the 3000 RPM mark in race mode, it automatically downshifts for you into the lower gears just to keep you in your RPM power band. So this is literally the mode that if you want to enjoy this car to its full potential, you want to take it to the track and see what you are capable of, then this is the mode to go with for sure. It makes driving a breeze. Everything is as responsive as it can be. It really pumps up your adrenaline and gets you going, you know. And unfortunately, we're stuck behind someone right now, so we can't really go anywhere. But again, that's the trade-off with public roads. So we're gonna throw this back into Sport Plus mode right now and enjoy the rest of the ride with the deep growl and the exhaust. And to talk about the exhaust, there's actually a button over here in the center console. You can turn on and off the silencer for the exhaust at a press of a button. So if you want to stay low-key, you can keep it off. But even on when the exhaust valves are open, it's still not crazy loud. You know, if you're just cruising, you hear it, but it's not crazy noticeable. The braking on the car, you have these massive carbon ceramic brakes all around, and it's very sensitive. You only have to just tap on the brake, touch it lightly for the car to come to a complete stop, literally. If it's an emergency scenario and you have to slam on the brakes, you do have an ABS unit, but even without that, these brakes are so powerful that it'll stop the car right away, so there's no worries on that side. The steering feels great, especially with this Alcantara wrapped steering wheel, suede steering wheel. It feels more high-end, and we actually just sold a 2020 Aston Martin Vantage, which has the same engine as this AMG here. Although it's the same engine and basically the same size and drivetrain, it's crazy how different these two cars are. The AMG overall, it feels like that $90,000, $100,000, $120,000 car that you're driving. You know, you feel like you're in a higher end Mercedes when you're driving this car. And the weight of the car and the way it's balanced, it's just so planted. It's crazy. You know, it gives you a lot of confidence to take the turns at pretty much any speeds that you can handle. So overall, this is a fantastic car, and when it comes to the drivability, I would give this car a 10 out of 10 for sure. So this is up at auction right now. If you have any questions, feel free to hit the contact seller button and message us privately, or leave a comment below and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. And if this is your first time bidding, remember that the clock, the timer on the auction resets with every bid once it gets below the 2-minute mark. So don't wait until the last second, because we've had people miss out on cars, and it is what it is. So happy bidding, and we'll see you all soon.